But what if you're authentically just a complainer?
Well, that is true, right? So it will have an impact on someone. It won't have a positive impact, but it will have an impact on somebody. Although you could say
Right.
it's like, well, if I met someone who is genuinely an asshole and that's the vibe they're giving off, then I would know, like, I don't want to be like that person. I respect you. You're genuine. I don't want to be like you.
Right. Yeah, well, but I think that's one of the most important parts of understanding the vibes that we're feeling
Mm-hmm.
off somebody, because it could be like, no, this person gives me, like, just even if you can't put your finger on it that this person's an asshole, right? Because like when you first meet someone, that's a really broad take,
Mm-hmm.
really aggressive take. But if you just feel like they give you this jerky vibe or they give you a bad vibe or whatever, then all you need to know is that you get a feeling that you want to be away from that person. You
Right.
don't want to be around the vibe that that person's
Right.
giving off for whatever reason. Yeah, and I mean I think that is by far such a powerful message for how vibes can actually help us move through the world.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, we could be thinking about our emotions, like how does this person makes me feel? How does this? And again, because of the word emotion sometimes can be a little bit loaded,
Mm-hmm.
whereas vibe, I think it really just allows us to have a little fun with it because it is a fun word. Like
Sure.
if like I think we think the word is a bit ridiculous, and I definitely thought that before this call, but now it's more fun, but God damn it, it really is profound. Like there's a lot of conversation to be had about vibes that you give and the vibes that you receive and the vibes of a general place, even a structure, even a place that you live. Let's say some really awful shit went down in that place. If you realize what the vibe is giving to you, you got to leave.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But if you ignore it, you're just going to stay, and maybe you're just going to feel shitty and not really accept why.
Sure. Or simply just how you arrange your bedroom or your living room or your overall house, right? There's a reason why we design things in the way that we do, because usually we're trying to design them in a way that makes us feel better about ourselves. Now, not everyone does that,
Right.
but I would encourage your listeners to actually think about that. How might I design my living space in a way that makes me feel better about myself? What kind of a vibe is being evoked by the way that I arrange my living space?
Right. Yeah, I'm just thinking about a couple different examples for how I relate to that. But yeah, I've loved all of this. So I guess I want to be respectful of your time. So anyone listening to this that made it through how many times we said vibe in this conversation, how would you invite them to think about it so they could integrate this concept of vibe into their life to give them some more benefit, or however you look at it?
Sure. Well, I'll walk you through a few steps here, right? If you want to learn more about the vibe or feel the vibe in a deeper way. So, if you want to experience the vibe in a deeper way, first become more aware of your body. In other words, how are you feeling internally? How are you feeling externally, etc. Then become more aware of your surroundings. Where are you? Who's in your immediate environment? What's happening around you, etc. From there, try to soften your perception and soften your ego and think more with your bodily knowledge and bodily intelligence as opposed to the little peephole of your mind. Right? Then from there, try to imagine your body is radiating out into the world. And then from there, lean into that exchange of energy. Right? So walk through those steps and then play with those steps on a daily basis. Right? How am I feeling? Where am I at? What's going on? What is the nature of the exchange of energy that's happening right here in this moment? And if you work on that on a daily basis, I guarantee over time you'll feel this thing that we call a vibe in a deeper kind of way.